Hello everyone, a very warm day to you. I hope your day has been going great. I'm your humble host, Becky Osoro. It's that time of the show, Citizens Dialogue on First Nest News Portal. So we discuss trending and interesting political topics. Joining me on set to have this conversation today is King Sajalo. Sit back, relax and enjoy all we have for you on this beautiful segment. It's a pleasure having you on set,
Thank you so much,
How
Becky.
are you doing?
Doing great.
Great to have you on set.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's head straight to the story for today. The police directive follows and issued on Sunday, November 23rd, 2025 by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Nigerian Police Force, NPF, has issued a nationwide directive ordering the immediate arrest of any officer found providing personal security to very important persons, that's the VIPs outside of official duty areas, strictly enforcing a recent presidential instruction. A confidential police wireless message dated yesterday, November 30th, 2025, and issued by Inspector General Police Egbetokun, Kayode Egbetokun, was sent to senior officers across all the police just to make sure that this policy is being enforced and is urgent. So what do you have to say about the story?
The president and his IG has given a clear directive. You know, it's in the case of the insurgencies and terrorism going on in the country. That is why they are asking all guards guarding the very important persons in the society to withdraw. But it's unfortunate that this immediate withdrawal and tasking, enforcing arrest of guards who are mandated to very important people in the society, to be arrested if caught in the act of escorting. I think, proper arrangement and proper timing should be placed on the table rather than just kind of asking arrest to be made on people who are still guiding. First of all, the IG, the president as well, should be able to make provisions. Make sure that, things are put in place for them. Because if you look at the number at which I could recall the number that were attached to very important people. I think 11,000. Yes, 11,000 security attached to various VIPs in the country. Now, what measures does the federal government expect that it will be so easy, or it will be an immediate effect for these people to be able to, and in most cases, these people are getting some benefit from this very important personnel. They are getting good allowances, name them all. So if it will look as if you are trying to, bring them back to grass. You understand? So there should be things put in place. Things should be made for them so that they can, rely on even when they come back to base. You understand? And this immediate, arrest made by the federal government or the Inspector General of Police.
You think it's unnecessary?
Who is to arrest who? These people are also police. Are you trying to say their own fellow police should arrest them? No, it will look embarrassing. Rather, there should be timing. Secondly, things should be put in place. We should really, think adequately before making actions. You understand? Because these are people who, cater for their families. You understand? And if it's in a case whereby they are getting more benefit, just as I said, if it's in a case whereby they are getting more benefit from these very important personnel, it will be very, very difficult, you understand, to withdraw. And also, the president should know what the police is lacking in each respective stations and all of that, rather than trying to threaten them and say they should be arrested when they see them moving around with these important personnel, very important personnel in our society.
Thank you so much. It's still the show, Citizens Dialogue on First Nest News Portal. Let's go for a short break. I'm your humble host, Becky Osoro. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the show, Citizens Dialogue on First Nest News Portal. I am Becky Osoro. Still here on set with me is King Sajalo. Thanks for staying with us. Presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, in the 2023 election says some of the names President Bola Tinubu has forwarded to the Senate for confirmation as ambassadors are shocking. Some of the names being paraded to represent us as ambassadors globally, but with a leadership that has allowed mediocrity, corruption, and impunity to rise to the top. Who else did you expect them to choose? He asked. He also dwelt on the economic hardship afflicting millions of homes. When our people are being killed, our leaders are busy hosting dinners. When children are being snatched from their schools, the political class is celebrating and dancing. This is not governance. This is not leadership. And this is certainly not the Nigeria we deserve. Of course, we saw lately what has been happening due to the nomination of the ambassadors.
Yes,
the
nominated on the 1st of December yesterday. I think the former Anambra State governor has really made it clear. You understand? If you look at these names listed, there are people very, very, very well allied and close to the current administration, the current president. You understand? One would want to say, oh, he's trying to play loyalist. He's trying to be he's trying to show appreciation by mandating them and giving them, or rather trying to nominate them, you know, in the yet mandatement of, you know, of an ambassadorial race. But the thing the president should also think about is, you know, when you are giving people respective duty, these are people putting themselves in the front line of an entire nation, in representing an entire nation, rather, in another country, in diaspora. You understand? So you shouldn't just, you know, based on familiarity, you know, start making selective of people who are to take this respective duty. If you recall yesterday, I made mention of there are people who are well, or who are well grounded. You understand, for this particular job, for this particular ambassadorial race, rather than trying to give to people who might not really, who might have more or less ideas. Okay, is it the lives of we have so many of them, just as they have been nominated. That is 33. Now we have career and the non-career ambassadors. Okay, we are looking at the life of. I still want to point out the life of Mahmoud Yakubu. That is the former INEC chairman. Of what? Okay, look at his record. Yes, he was an INEC chairman. He has been, you know, in the front line of you know, bringing people into power through election. But let's be honest with ourselves, was his electoral processes, were they fair? That is one of the questions we should ask ourselves. Okay, look at the lives of the former first lady of Oyo State. That is in the lives of Fatima Flores Ajimobi. Now, being a first lady, of what use was she to Oyo State? You understand? Now, if you look at even when her husband was in seat, there were critical issues, you know, ranting and banting in that state. You understand? I'm not trying to put it that, you know, when they were in their various positions as first ladies, governor, and whatever, that they, you know, I'm not trying to criticize anyone here, but of what experience have they really dig in? You know, when before you become an ambassador, you should have quite ideas on how, you know, processes are being run overseas, and how you are to represent an entire country. You know, most of these people I see here in this list, you know, being a first lady, being a governor, being a senator, being this, being that, you know, you know, the appointments are not based on, you know, critical experience. It's based on I'm so familiar with this person, just as Peter Obi said, you know, definitely it's also a means whereby, because the president, we all know that he's also having an ambition to become president again coming 2022. So definitely, when you have appointed this kind of people, there will be loyalists to you. So it's just like a means of being loyal to people who, you know, who might have more or less, who might have less experience of being an ambassador. So, according to what Peter Obi has stated, that the president also he still has more time, you understand, to reschedule, you understand. God's will, they have not fully be implemented into it. They are still, you know, the Senate is still yet to interview them. How will I put it? To scale them through to see if they are fit for the job. But the president should still have a rethink of, oh, these people I have nominated, these people that are yet to be appointed in this ambassadorial appointment, are they really good for this job? Will they really bring the ears of diaspora to Nigeria to really help this country, to really help the economy, to really come into a good form and in a good shape? That is what the president should be asking. It's not just by, I know the former deputy governor of Lagos State.
Thank you so much.
Let's appoint him. So it is also a time the president should also, you know, rescale this list, know the appropriate people, to make changes on.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on set.
Thank you so much, Becky.
Thanks, everyone. That's our show for today. Citizens Dialogue on First Nurses Port Harcourt. Many thanks for watching. I am Becky Usoro. Bye for now.